Ever wondered if you could survive a horror movie? You know, those blood-soaked fever dreams where everyone makes terrible decisions and the innocent are punished with gruesome deaths? Well, strap yourselves in, horror fans, because today we're diving headfirst into a survival guide that just might save your life, or at least provide some dark humor, as the masked killer chases you down a dimly lit hallway. Let's be honest, we've all screamed at the screen, "Don't go in there!" But deep down, there's a part of us, a tiny, thrill-seeking part, that wonders, could I outrun a chainsaw-wielding maniac? Let's find out with these essential tips. Rule number 1 in the horror movie survival guide: never, and I mean find yourself unarmed. This isn't your grandma's knitting circle. This is a fight for your life. Now, I'm not saying you need to transform into Rambo overnight, but a girl's got to have options, right? A rusty pipe, a conveniently placed fireplace poker, even a heavy book can become a weapon of self-defense when wielded with enough desperation. Remember, in those heart-stopping moments when the killer is breathing down your neck, you won't have time to search for the perfect weapon. Be resourceful, be inventive. Think about it, what would your horror movie weapon of choice be? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to see your survival style. Listen up, my fellow survivors. Horror movie history is littered with the corpses of those who decided to wander off alone. Remember, there's strength and a higher chance of survival in numbers. Think of it like this. A pack of wolves is far less likely to target a group of hikers than a lone, unsuspecting soul. Stay close, protect each other, and for God's sake, don't let anyone wander off to check out that noise. Besides, wouldn't you rather face your doom alongside your best friends, sharing nervous glances and witty one-liners? It's all about making memories, right? Let's be honest, has anything good happened in a creepy basement or a dusty spiderweb-infested attic? The answer, my friends, is a resounding no. These are the unholy domains of jump scares, creepy dolls with glowing eyes, and things that go bump in the night. So unless you have a burning desire to become the next victim in a horror movie cliché, I suggest you avoid these places like the plague. If you absolutely venture into these shadowy depths, bring a friend, a flashlight with extra batteries, because dead batteries are the oldest trick in the horror movie handbook, and maybe a priest, just for good measure. We've all been there. That tingling sensation at the back of your neck, the hair on your arms standing on end, a gut feeling that screams, something's not right. Listen to it. Your instincts are your body's way of saying, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Horror movies are full of characters who ignore these warning signs, and let's just say their survival rates aren't great. Don't be that person. If that creepy motel gives you the creeps, find another place to stay. If that overly friendly stranger sets off alarm bells, steer clear. Trust me, your gut is rarely wrong. Oh, that age-old horror movie trope, the inexplicable sound in the dead of night. The creaking door, the blood-curdling scream in the distance. My advice? Resist the urge to investigate. Curiosity may not have killed the cat entirely. 9 lives, remember? But it's definitely responsible for a significant chunk of horror movie fatalities. Remember, ignorance is bliss, especially when it comes to the source of that unsettling noise. Instead of playing detective, grab your friends, lock the doors, and crank up some music to drown out the sounds of impending doom. You're welcome. In the digital age, our smartphones are our lifelines. We use them for everything, from ordering takeout to navigating through unfamiliar territory. But in a horror movie, your phone becomes more than just a device. It's your potential connection to the outside world, your last resort when things go bump in the night. So do yourself a favor and keep that battery charged, my friends, because nothing screams you're going to die like the dreaded low battery warning blinking ominously on your screen. Pro tip, invest in a portable charger. It might just be the difference between calling for help and becoming the killer's next victim. The woods at night, a symphony of rustling leaves, snapping twigs, and the distant hoots of owls. It's the perfect setting for a romantic stroll, or a terrifying fight for survival. Here's the thing, shortcuts through the woods might seem like a good idea at the time, but trust me, they're not. They're often poorly lit, disorienting, and worst of all, they lead you deeper into the killer's playground. So unless you're auditioning for a role in the Blair Witch Project, Stick to the main roads. It might take a little longer, but hey, at least you'll live to tell the tale. We all love a good hero. Someone who charges headfirst into danger, saving the day against all odds. But in a horror movie, being the hero's a one-way ticket to an early grave. Let's face it, horror movies are all about subverting expectations. The jock gets axed in the first act. The popular girl ends up face to face with a meat hook. And the hero? Well, let's just say their bravery is rarely rewarded. So resist the urge to be the knight in shining armor. Let someone else take the lead while you discreetly slip out the back door. Remember, survival is about self-preservation, not winning medals of valor. There's a reason why horror movies love the dark. It's where shadows dance, where secrets hide, and where our imaginations run wild. It's also where killers lurk, waiting to pounce on unsuspecting victims. So here's a thought: avoid the dark. Stick to well-lit areas, even if it means investing in a heavy-duty flashlight or, just staying awake until dawn. Think about it. Would you rather be the person fumbling around in the dark, tripping over conveniently placed obstacles, or the one standing under a streetlight armed with a can of pepper spray and a healthy dose of paranoia? Sometimes, my friends, the best course of action is the simplest one. Run like hell. When all else fails, when the odds are stacked against you, and when the killer is hot on your trail, channel your inner track star and run. Forget logic, forget reason, forget that nagging feeling that you're not supposed to run upstairs when being chased by a masked psychopath. Just run. And while you're running, remember these 3 words: don't look back. The only thing looking back will do is slow you down, or worse, give you a face full of killer. So, run, my friends. Run like your life depends on it, because in a horror movie, it just might. So there you have it, my fellow horror enthusiasts. 10 essential tips that just might give you an edge in the terrifying game of survival. Remember, knowledge is power, even when facing down a chainsaw-wielding maniac or a vengeful spirit with a taste for blood. Think you have what it takes to survive? Follow these tips and you might just make it to the end credits. But be warned, even with the best advice, there's no guarantee of survival in the twisted world of horror. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a bowl of popcorn and a horror movie marathon. Stay safe out there.